Hey guys, and welcome back to Rainbow Link, and welcome to our second listic video. This is the top 5 least favorite Disney bounds of 2025. Even though we're in 2026, we're still talking about 2025. Anyways, how this works is I'm going through my top 5 least favorite Disney bounds that I did, 2025, and give my reasonings why I don't really care for them or I don't like them, and like little behind the scenes stuff as well on top of it. So there's that. So let's jump right in with number 5.
Number 5.
Okay, so number 5, I wanted this Disney bound to be good. And it partly was. And that being Bucky Barnes from, Marvel, MCU, whatever else. It was our first Disney bound of 2025. Like I stated, I wanted it to be good. Partly did, partly didn't. It was hit and miss. The reason why it's in the number 5 spot is because Bucky Barnes only has 1 silver arm, not 2. I know that's very, nitpicky, but that's partly what happens with me. I was nitpicky. I tried my hardest to do that. I wanted to start 2025 off with a bang. It just didn't happen too well. But either way, I do still like that Disney bound. It was just black on black on black. Because that's what Bucky Barnes wears, a lot of black, and it's fine. But it did have 2 silver arms instead of 1. Reasons why it's not lower is because of that jacket that I wore, because I really like that jacket. I'm happy with it finally getting used for a Disney bound as well. So that's why it's in the number 5 spot. Not that much. It was still partly a good Disney bound, and partly not. I don't know if people would think, oh, that's Bucky Barnes, when you ask if they know who you're Disney bounding, but that's besides the point. So anyways, next up, number 4.
Number 4.
Okay, so number 4, it kind of leads into the pattern of the next ones, where I don't think personally anyone else would get the character. And number 4 is Merryweather from Sleeping Beauty. Like I just stated, with this one it was just all one color, dark blue, and hilariously enough. Anyways, it was all blue on blue on blue. I don't think, like I just stated, anyone would figure out what character I was Disney bounding as. I do like how I did with my cardigan, draping over my shoulders to make it look like her cape, and of course, somewhat moving forward, especially with the next one, which we'll get to in a minute. I did that. Moving forward, probably I will be doing that, where it just over my shoulders instead of wearing it normal. All in all, it was cute. It was fun. I got to wear a skirt that I personally made that originally was for Disney bounds, but I wear it normally. Anyways, all in all, it was all one color. No one was probably gonna think, oh, that's Merryweather from Sleeping Beauty. That's why it's in the number 4 spot. Now, onwards to the number 3 spot. And oh boy, here we go.
Number 3.
It's all downhill from here. For the number 3 spot is Shang Li from Mulan. Now, I gotta mention, the reason why it's in the number 3 spot, again, like in the number 4 spot, and pretty much onwards for the rest of these, it's A, I don't think anyone's gonna figure out who Disney bound is, and B, Shang Li was partly a mess to begin with, because there was multiple ways you can do that Disney bound, or with the colors and everything else, and I just picked, dark green, gray, tan. Other ones could have worked, but no, I went with dark green because army colors and he's a general and stuff. So, do I think people would know who I was Disney bounding as if it wasn't for that video? No, the only saving grace for that video was the red cardigan, because I very much like that red cardigan. And of course, like with Merryweather, I draped it over my shoulders and just let it hang and stuff like that. So yeah, that one might get a Disney bound redo in the future with different colors. Maybe. Can't make any promises, but maybe. So, yeah. Onwards to number 2.
Number 2.
Alright, with number 2, I want to state this right now. I really wanted this to be a good Disney bound, but it fell flat on its face with everything that was going on with it, and this was Embarrassment from Inside Out 2. Like I stated, I really wanted this to be a good Disney bound. I had high hopes for this Disney bound. I was excited for this Disney bound, and then looking back on it, it flopped. You guys seem to enjoy it, but me personally, with everything going on in that Disney bound, it flopped. I hate how it looked. I hated mostly how it looked. Granted, it was only 3 pieces to begin with, a sweatshirt, a pair of leggings, and tennis shoes to begin with. But once again, if someone asks me, hey, who I'm not Disney bounding as, I don't think they will get its Embarrassment from Inside Out. Granted, yes, I did have fun with doing that thumbnail, but the fun of doing that thumbnail does not overcast how I feel and how upset I was how that video turned out and how that Disney Mountain turned out as well. So it's just, I don't like how that Disney Mountain turned out, and I was hoping for so much better. I had my expectations high and it went down like a lead balloon. So there's that. Now, before we get into the number one spot, my least favorite Disney Mountain of 2025, I do have one honorable mention that I want to talk about, so here are the honorable mentions. The honorable mentions. Okay, like I just stated, there's only one honorable mention, and that is Mr. Pricklepants from Toy Story, technically 3 and 4, but I'm just saying Toy Story 3 for my sanity. So this wasn't bad. That's why it's not in the top 5. But the reason why it's in the honorable mentions is, once again, I don't think anyone would know who I'm Disney Mounting as, and also because of those overalls that I was actually worried and they weren't going to come on time for me to film this Disney Mountain, and thankfully they came on time. They weren't fun tying because I had to tie them, and part of me really wishes they were a lighter green than that like dark green that almost looked brown on camera. But other than that, I like how everything else came together. I like the shirt and the hat I used, and maybe I could have put a feather in it. I didn't want to, but maybe I could have. But all in all, it ain't bad, even though I wanted the overalls to be a slighter, lighter green than the dark green. Thought they were going to be lighter from pictures I saw of them, and of course my concerns with it not coming on time, but thankfully it did. All in all, it's not a total bad Disney Mountain. It would probably be in the 6th spot if we were doing top 6, just because of that anguish of everything. So yeah, for our honorable mentions is Prickle Pants. Now, with the honorable mentions out of the way, let's get into our number one, my least favorite Disney Mountain of 2025.
And finally, number 1!
Okay, this Disney Mountain, I'm just gonna state it. It was Boba Fett from, well, Star Wars. This Disney Mountain was pretty much everywhere and anywhere. Like with Shang Li, this could have been done a couple different ways with different color situations, and I picked gray because most of them is gray. Dark green could have worked from what I've seen. We're still using the drape over my shoulders cape method from Merryweather, so that's a thing. Granted, halfway through I did put it on and just rolled up my sleeves. And the leggings, I didn't realize they were actually, fun fact, they were capris. I didn't know that they were capris, and I thought they were just normal gray leggings, and apparently they were capris, and I just didn't know because I'm stupid. Like I said, the main reason why this is in the number one spot, because this was a mess. This was probably my horrible Disney Bound of a Star Wars character I've done. Granted, I only did 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano, and now this one. And yeah, it missed a lot of marks and stuff like that, and I just don't like how it turned out. Maybe again in the future, like I said with Shang Li in the number 3 spot, maybe I'll do a Disney Bound redo in the future, but maybe if I feel up to it. Either way, I just didn't like how this Disney Bound turned out. And behind the scenes, this Disney Mountain did give me trouble and some anguish trying to figure out color-wise and downright to it, like I stated. I just don't like this one. Didn't turn out well, and yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of me going through my top 5 least favorite Disney Mountains of 2025. Tell me in the comments below, what was your least favorite Disney Mountain that I did this year? 2 weeks ago, we did do the top 5 favorite Disney Mountains. It will be in the link description as well. Please remember, Disney Mountains are coming back on February 6th with Pinocchio, and hopefully that goes well and doesn't end up on this list next year or at the end of the year. I haven't decided yet where they're going. Please make sure to like and subscribe, all that wonderful jazz. Last video right there, subscriber beneath me, and also playlist of the 2025 Disney Bound playlist is up there. It'll also be in the link description with a normal Disney playlist and a normal Disney Bound playlist as well. And I'll see you guys next time here on the link. Bye.